Alright, we'll see how this goes. First ever tutorial recording on how to tie a monkey's fist onto, no, how to make a heaving line. Tying a monkey's fist directly onto a piece of line. No splicing, no attachments. Alright, let's see if I can do this. Okay. So, bare minimum 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The reason why is a minimum of 9 is that you need a minimum of 3 turns on each aspect of the monkey's fist. If you wanted to go bigger and more round, then you would go 12, 15, adding 3 each time. And the reason why we wrap it around our hand is so that we can gauge how much rope we're going to need in that knot. To make a monkey's fist, that's approximately how much rope you need, and I'm just going to say it roughly here is where we're going to start, just to give myself a little extra. So if this is the starting point, from here I'm going to put the starting point at the bottom of my hand, and I'm going to turn 1, 2, 3. Now you'll see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top and only 3 on the bottom. So that last turn is my what would you call it, transitional pass, and it's going to go from this lay to that lay. But instead of wrapping them directly around the outside like most monkey fist guidelines or directions would show, instructions, whatever you want to call these things, what I choose to do is do my passes internally, and by putting them on the inside I hide them, which is why I'm going back to the working end of this line that I worked out by my 9 passes around my hand, and I now go through the middle there. It's not going to look too neat to begin with, but it goes through the middle diagonally up to the top and wraps down. 2, 3, like such. So you got 3 passes here, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So this now becomes the transitional, going in where my finger is, passing diagonally across. I don't know if you can see that, but it's going through now diagonally across to the back here, which it would then go up and through the gap at the top, and that's the next transition, which becomes a bit of a juggle. You've got to move your hands around at this stage, your fingers trying to pass line through, but I don't know if this video is going to work, but we'll see. Anyways, and yeah, follow that through so that it makes the full 3 passes. 1, 2. And when I say 3 full passes, I mean what you appear to see on the external as 3 passes. You're building the knot for its visual and its practical application. So we have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Every aspect is, you're looking externally, there's 3 passes. And this tail now sticking out of it. And if I was to continue, that would make a 4th pass, for example, which we don't want to do. So this last one is where we're finishing. So what I do is I tie a figure of 8 knot in that, and I squash it down so that it's more of a ball. You can see that ballish shape, and that becomes the core. Now for those that like a more smooth, rounder core, you can wrap this in a rag, but ideally if you're only doing 3 passes, then this is enough to fill that cavity or or void within the knot. So watching the transitional passes and making sure I don't mess with them, tuck that figure of 8 knot within the monkey's fist, and I just hold it in the center, and I pass this slack all the way back through the knot until it comes out of the standing end, the rest of the rope. And it is a tedious process. First, nipping up the knot all the way around and passing that slack through, not to squash the knot hard, but just to take the slack out of it and slowly cinch it up and form it up into the shape that you're after, like so. And here we come to the transitional. So sometimes you've got to go back and look and hold the knot how you originally had it. Say I went that way, then from here I transferred over and came down that way, and from here I went in to the back and went that way back to the front and came out. So from here, this is where the transition goes, and you're working the knot back through in reverse of the way in which you tied it. So you must know this layup, learn it, memorize it, and the only way you can do that is through practice and repetition. But this is how I was shown by a very old school, old salt, who was very proud of his rope work and wanted to keep it alive. And he's the only one I've ever known to tie his monkey's fist this way. I've never seen it written in a book, explained on a tutorial, like a video like we're doing now. I've never understood why it's not more popular or more familiar. For the internal transfer or switch in directions, I don't know what you call that, transitional tucks, they look so much better on the inside. So that's a first tuck, or first tightening, and it's still pretty malleable, but you get the gist, the general idea of it already. And by doing this, you then see the knot, know the way in which it's laid up, and can tighten. And the good thing is that I know that if this is my starting line, there's my finish right next to it. And so from here I tighten up and pull the slack through. And I might need to go around this knot 2 or 3 times to get it perfect and rock solid, but that is how you tie a monkey's fist directly onto a rope to make it a heaving line. And there's no splicing, no carry on, and I just think it forms a much more symmetrical and more delicate design, because you cannot see the transitions. The knot might look a little bit lumpy in places depending upon how you tie it, but you don't see any external transition. You see this line go in and never come out, and it just makes that shape of the monkey's fist. And so yeah, like I said, you can have many more passes. 3 is like a minimum. I recommend 3, 4, 5, 6. The more you go, obviously, depending upon the diameter of the line, the bigger the knot. So, you know, is it a monkey's fist or a gorilla's fist? But otherwise, that's how I tie my monkey's fist. Hope you like this little video tutorial. I'll watch it and see if it's any good. Enjoy.